Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Sonja and Damien, the founders of Mastery Mentors. Their unique mentoring partnership is dedicated to helping people unlock clarity, confidence, and alignment in their lives and work. Through their combined experience in coaching, transformation work, and energetic alignment, they guide clients beyond surface level change into deep personal mastery, where self awareness, purpose, and practical action come together. Their work is centered on rapid transformation with little effort. They help people to release personal and business challenges, to gain a powerful sense of direction, be on their true purpose, and reconnect with their authentic self. We'll be talking today about how Mastery Mentors began, what makes their approach different, and how they're helping people create meaningful, lasting change. Can you share what makes your Mastery mentoring different and powerful, and how you work together as a team with your clients?
I'll take this one, Sonja.
Yeah.
We've been working together since 2006. So my background has been with kinesiology. I started my own practice in 2007 and worked doing that for 6 years. I rely heavily also now on face reading and voice dialogue and other kind of modalities that I've picked up along the way. And what about yourself, Sonja?
Well, for me, I knew way back in the 90s about life purpose coaching, and I lived in the country, and somebody said to me, "Oh, have you heard about this in America?" And I said, "No, but I'm getting about life purpose." And they said, "Oh, you must be receiving recordings or something." And I go, "No, I just know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing." And so I was able to create my own program, and that trust in myself was really important. And so for the last 30 years, really, I've worked with numerous people in different parts of the world. I would travel there, people would meet, and I would help them with what their life purpose was. And I've taken on more work with astrology. I understand that how we come from the stars, and how astrology and our birth signs, and also human design is another concept I work with, because that really tells us a lot about ourselves. So a lot of my understanding is know thyself. That's what I think people, when they know more about who they truly are, why are they here, what they've got a talent and a skill that they can share with many people. So that's really like how we are now combining our work.
Love it.
Thank you.
You both bring different strengths and backgrounds to this work. How do your roles complement each other's in sessions?
I'll take this one. I think between both of us, it's actually very unique having two people work with you. Also, the male-female dynamic, that is a very grounding and expansive way of approaching people and their challenges. And also because there's a generational difference, what's important to me and the way that I think is quite different to the way that Sonja thinks and can bring forth her wisdom as well.
Yeah, I kind of found that I'd always been in business, always creating, and I created like businesses. And so I had over 30 businesses in my lifetime. And I always looked at what was the creative potential of that, and what would it give me that I could help somebody else. So I was a very overweight person. And so I went, "Oh, I don't like being really overweight." And so I went into hypnosis and studied that, because I knew if I could heal myself, I would know what it felt like. And I did know what it felt like working with clients. And so those sort of ways of thinking, whatever I wanted to create, were a part and parcel of like, well, if I have this problem, how many other people have got this problem? So that's always been in the background of my mind.
Who tends to come to you, and what are they usually looking for when they arrive?
Most of the people that arrive are at a crossroads. So they are needing to make a lot of changes in many areas of their life, whether it's their career, in their relationships. They may be experiencing being triggered from the past. And so our aim is really that we can cover a lot of ground with people very quickly. That's one of our catchphrases, is rapid change with little effort, because we know we have a limited amount of time that we get to spend with someone. And they're also looking for a quick return on their investment. Can I see changes quickly and then feel the benefit of that too? So a lot of the work that people do in this field is about feeling better, feeling lighter, feeling much more that they're centered, grounded, and on their purpose, without so much of the weight that tends to come with situations that they're facing. The biggest challenges that people face can be about procrastination, a trend with people with a lack of vitality. So they're looking for a renewal, for that spark to come back into their life, something that is really challenging for them to keep going with a low level of energy that they have. A sense of confusion in themselves, and also confused about the people around them. Some people are very good at foretelling the future. They can see themselves 5, 10 years, 15 years from now, and they don't like what they see. So they become very interested in being proactive about, well, how do I change my fate here? Slightly altering the direction they're going into the future. A lot of people are trying to minimize loss. So you would think lots of people want to gain more, but it's actually the flip side of that, where they're trying to hold on to what they have and stop losses occurring. So where there's a lot of tension in their relationship and the potential for that to fall apart, some people just feel like their life is blowing up and everything is disintegrating around them. Very often people bring issues about their money. The way that the world is, they are concerned about not having enough for retirement, or how can they make more, because there's just always a greater need for extra money in their life.
Can you share a short story or example of how your work has helped someone gain clarity or confidence in their life?
Sure, thanks for that. Yeah, just recently I was working with a client and she actually had burnout. So the company said a year ago, well, we'll put you on workers' comp and we'll offer you all these services which you can go and have. So she underwent all that, but it was very rigorous and she felt like she was under pressure, to come back and fulfill her role again. But the more the time went on, the more she realized she was really burned out by the job and how much she had given. So a friend of hers referred her on to see us, and through those concerns that came up, she was in a really dark space, and she was being pressured to attend a court hearing whereby they would decide what either she had to resign her job or was there going to be a payout, and she didn't believe that she would get very much money. So her self-esteem and her worth was it was rock bottom really in a lot of ways. So we found after just 2 months that of working together, she had enough sense in her of understanding of what she could do, which was actually, rather than rely on the lawyer that she'd been assigned, that she could put her own case together and give it to the lawyer to present for her, which she did at the court hearing. The outcome was, because based on the strength that she had in herself, her investment in the program with us, she received 25 times more return on investment, that she paid to come and see us and work through these situations and talk about them and gain her power back again. So she was just delighted. So that's just one story.
25 times return
25
on.
times investment, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't until it was all over and she said what her payout was. I went, oh, that's a big return, And she probably thought at the beginning it was a lot to invest, but little did she realize what would happen to her. And she could express that and put her case forward rather than relying on a lawyer to do all the work, which possibly wouldn't have returned that sum of money. Interesting.
Know your worth.
Yeah.
It's priceless, isn't it?
It truly is. Yeah.
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 Wow. 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 If someone feels drawn to your work, what's the best way to start?
I'll talk about that. So I just say to people, look, book a discovery call for half an hour, whatever it takes. And people can do that through our website, which is masterymentors.com.au. And the whole idea is that you get to talk to both of us. You get a feel of who we are as people. But more importantly, we want to hear what your concerns are and how could we help? So it's a win-win sort of situation. And then, if you decide to come on board, really the whole process is not difficult. It doesn't involve months and months of work. It's very fast. We're very fast operators, I think we can say.
And it could be a short-term thing, but lots of these situations have been around for a long time.
Usually a lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the key message you hope people take away from Mastery Mentors?
When you come and work with us, you will get rapid change without too much effort. And this is a key area that we really focus on. People want results. They want to see tangible changes and benefits. And your level of interest and joy and things like that naturally come back because you are moving again.
Yeah, I see that too. That people find another part of themselves they've never seen before, and they go, how did you see that in me? And I go, it was just there hiding, and all we had to do was bring it to the surface so that you could take your talent, your vibrancy, who you are to the world, or could just be to the neighborhood, whatever that is. But if that gives you joy, you're on the right path. You're on your true purpose of what you're here in the world to do. And that's a great feeling to have, a fulfilled feeling. It's deep inside you. So that's our aim, working with people.
Imagine what the world would be like if everyone could experience themselves as the gift that they are, that you see in them. Like it's just mind-boggling.
They really become role models to others, especially if they've got younger family, and that's what they'll remember. It's a legacy, this legacy of showing up as you truly are.
Yeah. Everyone should have the opportunity to experience themselves, their authentic selves, just as they are, just as they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a gift you two are.